Hey, it's Big Jeff from BigJeffAudio.com, representing Audiopipe, Get Pipe by Audiopipe, and I got some new products here where we basically unbox it, test it, let you hear it before you buy it. And we're talking about a Neo tweeter, the ATQ-1225ND, and they come in pairs, and it's $59.99 for the pair. It is a Neo super tweeter, almost shaped like a compression horn. A Neo super tweeter, almost shaped like a compression horn, but it's not. So check this thing out. One, only 50 watts per channel RMS. That's all you need to move this thing. These are 8 ohm. Yes. So 50 watts RMS, 100 watts peak, 8 ohm. Frequency response, very high. 1500 hertz to 22 kilohertz. But the sensitivity is 106 dB. And that's why you only need 50 watts. Very efficient. Now, this is a round hole, but they're easy because you got a diameter of just at 3.2 inches. And you really don't even have to be exact. You just have to cut the hole to fit the magnet in, which is like 2 1/4, pop it in, screw it in. Now, what makes this thing so cool? Yeah, what? Well, first off, they come with screws and they come with capacitors. And the Audiopipe are giving you a 2.2 UF 250 volt. That'll help you cross it over. Now, if you're using a DSP and you're using separate channels on an amp for your tweeters, your horns, etc., then I wouldn't use the cap. But if you're not and you're running a full range signal, use the capacitors. How do they work? Man, I know some of y'all might say, A lot of people don't realize this. You need to put the capacitor on the positive side. And then on the other end of the capacitor, you put the speaker wire. The actual signal has to pass through the capacitor. I've seen so many people just hook this up and then they hook up the speaker wire to the actual speaker and it's not running through this. I've also seen people do it on the negative side. That's not the way it works. So use the cap or not. It's a titanium tweeter and it's got a Neo magnet. And that's why it's so small. The mounting depth is only 2 1/4. I mean, this thing could go almost anywhere. Now, for a set of these, this also has a 1-inch voice coil. And let me tell you, this thing is small, but what we're gonna do like we always do is hook it up, get some music playing through it, and I'm gonna do the walk behind to show you how far this thing travels for you, not only bass heads, but the guys who just like it really loud, really clean, right? And that's what we're gonna hear out of this. Hey, make sure you hit the like button right now. Smash the like, I don't care what platform. If you're not a follower, hit the follow button or subscribe to us. Help us out because we do giveaways all the time. We're the only company, distributor, manufacturer that does all these giveaways. We do it by this, spreading the Big Jeff name on the platforms, and you do that by commenting, liking, and sharing. So with some movie magic, I'll be right back. I'm gonna have these hooked up and you're gonna hear that sound, and I guarantee you're gonna wanna get on BigJeffAudio.com, search ATQ-1225ND and get a set. We'll have a link in here for you anyway, because for 60 bucks, wait to hear these things. I'm Big Jeff from BigJeffAudio.com, representing Get Pipe by Audiopipe. We'll be right back. Okay. Hey, Big Jeff, which one's positive, which one's negative? Well, when you're talking about tweeters or horns, that doesn't really matter as long as you use it the same way on each one. Why? Well, it's not like a driver that's going to have huge cancellation, but you still can have cancellation. So on here, make sure you use the same one, whatever you pick. So I'm going to go with this side, and I'm going to put the capacitor on what I'm going to use as the positive, and then I'm going to take my positive wire from the amp and I'm going to hook it up to that, and then I take my negative and I go to that. Real simple. That's the way it passes through. Now you could do like a female spade and you can cut this down, shrink wrap it, or you can do a butt connector on the side. However you want to do it, make sure this part does not touch metal. It will short out. Let's get this thing turned on. Okay, so first you notice it's very high pitch. I told you 1500 hertz to 22 kilohertz. This is up in that tweeter range, right? So what would I do? Well, I would do a tweeter, then I would do this and maybe a compression horn or a tweeter and this. I would still hear the tweeter because you could hear it has a lot of vocals out of it because it's, it's only going up to 22K. You want to get higher than that, you're going to do some type of tweeter. But we're going to just hook one up. I'm using a MDS from Mart's 800x4. This is 8 ohms, so I'm probably only getting 50 watts at the most, probably less than that. And this is all it needs. So we're going to turn this on. I'm going to get the Big Jeff cam, and we're going to do a walk behind. I'll just lay that down. All right, let's get this thing turned on. Okay, first thing I want you to notice, you can hear vocals out of it. That's why I said it's not like a tweeter. You still might want to put tweeters in there. It does have vocals. Yes, it's almost to that tingy point, but no, I can still hear the actual music. And for $60 for a set, that slim, you can put these anywhere. And 8 ohms, you can put a bunch of them down on just like 100 by 4 amp, and you can put them all together. This is awesome. I ran it through the capacitor. What would happen if I didn't use the capacitor? Well, if I'm doing a full range signal, let's go back over here. Excuse me, my limp. I got a bad back. Look, I was in the hospital a year ago, lost a lot of weight, did real good. Now I got a pinched nerve. I can't win. But anyway, I'm in here still doing it, getting it. Okay, if you're using a full range signal out of your amplifier and you don't use the capacitor, well, you're gonna be way under 1500 hertz. And in here, if everybody's ever taken one of these apart, is a little diaphragm. It's so tiny, right? And it's crazy how something that small makes all that sound. Well, it's not like a woofer or a mid-range, right? So if I sent full range signal to this, I'm gonna blow that diaphragm right away. And guess what? That's not warranty. So either use a DSP, some type of crossover, or use the capacitor they give you. Some companies don't even put these in there and then you don't know to use them. I'm telling you to use it. So you get 2 of them with the capacitors and some screws for $59.99. Look how small this thing was, but it sounded awesome. You know, if I was doing a system, I'd have a set of tweeters up in the pillars, put this like in the doors and some mid-range or hybrids. And we just did a video on the Audiopipe hybrids. Look, Audiopipe's a huge brand, been around for 30 plus years. I've known the guys for over 20 something years. They got a lot of products, let me tell you. And a lot of their stuff is tried and tested before it even hits the market, which is really cool. So check these out, ATQ-1225ND. We have them in stock, $59.99. And if you're watching this because of the giveaway video, make sure you like and comment here because that's what you have to do to win the giveaway. And we'll just keep running them out. For you people that might just be popping on this and we're in the beginning of September and say it's past the giveaway, how do you know if the giveaways are still alive? Well, you go to bigjeffaudio.com. We have a link for giveaways, active giveaways, so you know if they're still in or not. So check that out first. You'll know to enter. We get a lot of people that watch a video a year later and they don't even pay attention to the date and think it's still a giveaway. Sorry. But we have it on our website and we'll always announce the winner in a video or a podcast. We'll never message you that you won. Those are scam artists. Be careful. Hey, the bigger you get, the more people try to jump in and troll and scam. Hey, I'm Big Jeff from bigjeffaudio.com, representing Audiopipe with these Neo super tweeters, 50 watts RMS, 8 ohm, 1500 hertz to 2200 kilohertz. And it's really like a 3.2 by 3.2, tiny. Look how small it is in my big hands. Get yourself a set. Hey, do me a favor, leave a comment, hit that like button, share this out, show some love. You know what? I appreciate it. So do all my employees, right? That's what we do this for. And I appreciate all of you that have been sticking it out with me for the last 6+ years. I'm Big Jeff from bigjeffaudio.com. I'll see you on the next one.